Yeah. Heck, man. American Pickers ain't got nothing on me, man. Hello, all you resellers, scavengers, dumpster divers. You dang trash pickers. To me, man, we're just all a bunch of junkies. And voices freak my dog out.
Yes, I do.
So we're out here this morning. Actually going to talk a little bit about the .com, a little bit about some of the stuff sold on the, out here just showing it on videos, and I think we had other stuff, man. I need to start writing this crap down because I forget things because I got so much going through this huge brain of mine. As far as the, turn that off.
Just refresh it.
Nobody's on there this morning. As far as the .com site, I've actually had a couple, I don't know, 2 or 3, one I think was a comment on one of the videos, but 2 or 3 comments on people having trouble on the .com. We're talking about mountainjunkers.com site. What the heck is going on? Saying that they couldn't even find our junk, you know, our stuff for sale. I couldn't find the tables or the stuff for sale. So that's something we're gonna have to address. And then I haven't talked to Mike in a few days, but him and Art have been working on another format, is that what it's called? Yeah. Format program thingamajig, you know, them dang computer nerds. But the new one, I really having issues with it, man. So I'm kind of sticking with the first one right now. Like I said, got to talk to Mike and Art and all that stuff and see what goes from there. But the messages that I've got about the people not finding it and that we should go to another easier format and all that stuff, dude. It's all a work in progress. Obviously, we've got a long ways to go. You know, and man, hope it. I ain't giving up, man. We're not. You know, it's about not even a month into it. So I mean, it's going to take a little time, and hopefully we get the bugs, and hopefully it takes off and stuff like that. You know, one of my concerns as far as changing the format and anything is, you know, and this is a junker, you know, a seller, man. I've been in this business for a long time, and you know, and as listing and trying to get stuff going, is I think instead of working on changing things before, you know, which I mean, some of it to change it before it gets rolling is good, but you know, but some of it, you got to get the buyers, man. I mean, man, we've been involved in, I don't even know how many, 3 or 4 with flea markets and our store, you know, and stuff like that. And I mean, you know, and this is, yes, but you still, you know, there ain't that huge of a difference in, you know, other than they're sitting on their butt at home looking at it or on their phone or whatever. But there's not, you know, there's so many similarities to opening up. Man, we started a dang flea market out in the middle of the desert one time, man, and we ended up getting the people coming out and stuff.
And when you know, you start getting the customers coming in, you want them to be comfortable and confident in their purchases and ease of access, the flow. I mean, you wouldn't just pile all the vendors right in the center of the room. You know, you'd arrange things so that...
Right. And seeing that's, you know, I don't know how you felt about it, man. And I mean, I ain't cut, man. You know, the work that Mike and Art and everything put in, man, I appreciate it so much. But for me... that new one, when I go in there, I don't know how you feel about it, but that new one, man, I was checking it out pretty thorough last night, and that thing, I gotta honestly say, man, I just really don't care for the way that you go. It is a pain in the butt.
Yeah, it's very confusing.
There's one person that put a hat, I don't know who you are, man, that put a hat on there, and, you know, and, just for that guy that put the hat on, man, you definitely want to make sure you have the there's no description, so you definitely want to make sure you have a description. And I don't think he put shipping. I don't know if you were looking at it when I was. I know I was getting frustrated and agitated.
Thing with that program is
I ended up shutting it down because I got pissed off, actually.
The only way that you can see how much it's going to cost you to ship is to put your address in.
Okay, see, yeah, see,
and
that's
go to a
way,
different screen.
yeah, that's way too much, because me as a buyer, when I'm buying, because I buy a lot of stuff online too, me as a buyer, when I go, I want to have the confidence, and I get that when I go to our Mountain Junkers, you know, the main one, you know, when you go to Mountain Junkers, because that one you go and you click the flea markets, which is going on that, you know, I've kind of put that whole trying to make an online flea market feel, I've kind of put all that on the back burner and stuff. It's just, you know, man, I'm on here and we're all on here, you know, I just want a place to sell my junk. But that one, the original one, you know, you open it up, man, and there's the, you know, the Mountain Junkers out on, you know, in the Sawtooth Mountains, man. It gives me a little bit of peace of mind right off the get-go.
Right.
And I feel like I'm, you know, confident as I'm strolling down through there. It's very personable, you know, there's my face, you know, not, you know, I mean, if it was somebody else doing it, you know, I mean, it just gives you that, you know, that come on in feeling. But then when you click on the flea market one, you go over to that other one, and it's all black and white, and, dude, if I clicked on that site, I don't know how you feel about it, but if I clicked on that site out of the blue, didn't have no clue, you know, no videos, nothing,
Right.
I'd be like, dude, this is this is kind of fishy and weird, you know,
Yeah,
the way
I
that
get
it's
that
set up and stuff. Man, and I ain't, like I said, man, I appreciate you guys very much. I ain't trying to, this is 35 plus years of it, you know, not all online. I've been selling online for 17 years or something. You know, before that it was newspapers and flea markets, baby. So, you know, but I take, you know, this is just the way I want to peddle my crap, man. That's what I want to sell my junk. You know, so that's what it's all about, you know. So that's just my little bit of feel. I don't know if I, you know, you don't think I'm offended anybody. Yeah, I don't want to piss them off or, you know, I'm not trying to poke at anybody. I'm just, the emails when people are, the one guy, I could read it. I don't think I need to read it, but you can see it on the Mountain Junkers thing, man. He told me, I think you need to scrap the whole thing and start over. I'm like, what, dude? Holy crap, man. That's a little bit over the top, man. But he's just trying to find the stuff to you know, he said, man, I want to shop, you know, I want to see the junk. I don't want to see all them forums and all that stuff. I just want to see the stuff. And as far as the, you know, I love the little chat room and stuff, and I'd like to keep something like that. But, you know, and it's great to get in there, man. We visit and stuff like that, talk about the weather and, you know, life and all that. There really ain't no junk and talk going on, you know, and that's what I wanted to build, you know, so, I don't know, man. I'm still going to keep checking. I'm actually going to list some more stuff on there today. I'm going to put it in that old room, so I'm going to actually do another table because of all of it. Seems like my is it $5 table? Yeah. I haven't sold nothing. You know, old Art bought the one thing. Other than that, man, I haven't sold nothing. So, I mean, that's what I'm saying is we've got to get customers, and the customers have got to be able to click with confidence, feel confident, and easy stuff that tells you how much it is and how much is going to ship it. That's, and then, you know, easy way to check out and buy their crap.
And consistent.
You
know, and I'm not saying that everybody's got to do everything the exact same way, but within your space, do everything the same consistently.
Right.
So that gives the buyer confidence.
Right. And I mean, a good example is, you know, I threw those axe heads out there, you know. I ended up throwing out, I did the 7 the second time, but 8 axe heads. And I'm down, I think I got 3 left, maybe 4. 3 or 4 left. I mean, and that was, you know, people that are buying them, man, are buying with confidence, man. They're like, man, there's, you know, Idaho Hillbillies and Miss Kitty are pitching this stuff, man. Look at that, man. And I show it and all that stuff, man. Freaking, you know, paying through PayPal, so they're the confidence because you got, you know, PayPal protection and all that. So, you know, that's the feeling and all the stuff that I want to have on .com. It's a lot, man, and I know, man, it's a lot of work for us to put our stuff on there. It's a lot of work for Art and Papa Mike, man. Mostly, I mean, Papa Mike's done this, you know, he built my other site too, man. I appreciate it so much. Yes. Hours and hours. I mean, he lives it. I think I haven't talked to him for a few days. I think he got sick of it and took a vacation. He's like, screw them hillbillies, man. I'm out of here. We actually told him because you know, because we were spending our time, so we actually kind of got behind. Well,
Yeah.
we're, you know, slowly pulling ourselves out of the, pulling ourselves out and throwing them axe heads on has helped, and selling some junk over here has helped, and, you know, and then I go out to get my green bean yesterday to run down to,
Then we can finally get it out
I
the
finally
driveway.
like, woo, I can drive the green bean out the driveway, man. All right, we're going to go down and do a little junking. We're going to go do some junking and all this, and get down there, and I'm like, oh, that tire looks a little low. So instead of pulling all my stuff out, I'd stop in at the gas station, the one, because we got a, up in the town, there's one with free air, man. Can you believe it? Free air. They charge you for air, like water. But anyway, so I'm pulling there to put some air in there, and I get out and realize my tire, I'm throwing the tread on my tire. So now I am stuck. So now I'm going to have to order 2 more tires, man. I actually need to call my son-in-law to see if he's got one floating around to get me by. Sorry, man, I got sidetracked on that. But the bean, I mean, that's our picking machine.
Yeah.
So that was crazy. So we actually have one place today that we're going to, we're going to drive, because I won't drive the beast out of, you know, up in the mountains I will, but I will not drive it out of the, not too far from the creek bottom.
It's not highway worthy.
Yeah, it's not a highway. It's got a lot of issues. And what else I can do? I'm probably going to set up the table, show those. I'm actually going to set up the table with the, if you have looked at .com over there, we got the one that's the $5 table, and we laid out that piece of paper with the numbers on it and put out 8 things. And of all of our, or actually of every listing on there, that one has been looked at the most. Haven't sold, you know, nothing. You know, like I said, the only person, I've only sold one thing to Art. I don't know if anybody else has sold anything yet.
Yeah, there has been.
Some people have sold some stuff?
Yeah.
Oh, sweet, man. Is to other people
Yes.
or actually, oh, okay, yeah, to just amongst ourselves?
This must have okay.
Oh, dude, I hope you guys got some deep pockets, man. But anyway, but that $5 table, the way that we did that, you know, which was one of our original things, has got the most views. So we're going to, as soon as, I'm going to cut out here, and then I'm going to cut back in when we're out in the blacksmithy shop and show the, that paper. And I'm going to put what's left of those axe heads, and then I'm going to add some other stuff, and we're just going to do another table that way. So we'll show you out there. And what else was I going to touch in
In here?
Yeah, is there any more things that, no, you ain't got nothing? Come on, man, you're wise old woman stuff.
Whatever.
Wise young woman stuff.
Yeah, you better watch
All right, let's go check it out there. All right, man, it's right here. Dude, the sun's out and the wind ain't blowing, but it's only about 16, 17, what is it? It might be 20 degrees.
Yeah, it might be 20 by now.
The sun feels great. But anyway,
it does.
so I thought this is some of the rusty gold that I pulled out over here when we were going through it. And I showed these axe heads. You can go back on other videos and look at them in detail. You got the log camp part that I've talked about. You know, this little break right here, but still, man, very cool, very collectible, very, you make it usable. That Daisy BB gun, everything's sold as is, man. This is the way that I pulled it out of the barns. That's the way you're going to get it. This little Daisy BB gun, this is all metal. This is not one of them plastic pieces of junk. This lever right here is plastic. But the thing is this thing's loose, but it still cocks and works. You know, this right here, you could fix or whatever. But, yeah, so that's like that. I've showed this old hickory knife. I still can't believe it didn't sell, man. Nice old butcher knife. Handles are tight, 3-pin. Pretty dang nice. Pretty dang nice. Then we got the old claw foot from the old tubs. Oh, man, you price those on eBay, man. Some of them are worth books. And then the other one I added is the old splitting ball. It's got the big old head. Obviously, it's been used some. And this one does say wear safety goggles, which tells me it's not, you know, as old as these old axe heads over here. And this table here, Miss Kitty's going to take a picture. We're going to be putting this on the .com site. And any questions you have, make sure you email us at, what do you need, baby?
I'm just showing those individually.
Okay, you want me to hold them up?
To my eye,
Right.
they all 3 look identical. So I would
We had a mix-up last night. I had to show her.
Yeah.
I
Okay,
can
so
hold them up
number
each.
1 is...
Number 1. Okay. Yep, and I don't see any stampings or anything, but they're all, and everything here came out of old barns and cabins and stuff, and old camps. And all. And this one's got one stamp right there. It's just a circle. I don't know if that means anything or somebody was just pounding on the dang thing.
Yeah, or maybe that was how they marked their tools so their children didn't borrow.
So we got those three.
Return.
And this table, everything on here, $20 shipped. So basically, you're buying the item for $10 to $12, and then we're going to ship it. So it's just a flat for you, $20, and that's to your front door. So we're going to do that. So I'm going to go in and put this on, but you can go over to mountainjunkers.com, and you can look more at this. You can do that, or you can email me, or you can put an email or comment down below, or email IdahoHillbilly@yahoo.com. Say what number you're interested in. This is, I have these three left out of them axes I showed in the last time, and man, we'd sold a few things, so man, I'm probably gonna, it's like my own little infomercial, man. But other than that, man, I got to get in there, get some stuff listed. We will be going out and doing a little treasure hunt today, so I'll probably show you, well, if we find some stuff, I'll show that in the next video. And other than that, man, if you're out there, or first, keep your eye on the skyline and your nose to the wind. And if you're out there treasure hunting, hope to find some color in the bottom of your pants. See ya!